What is going on, people? Video Game XD back with another video. Well, I did a little shopping, that's right, shopping, at Media Reload in Burton, Michigan. Make sure you guys check out Media Reload. Movies, electronics, DVDs, and much more. I love Media Reload, and I got a good score there. But I also went shopping at Disc Replay in Livonia, Michigan. Love Disc Replay, but their prices are getting kind of shitty now, not gonna lie. And another item I found at Salvation Army. I got 2 items at Salvation Army. So, alright, let's get this underway. First, what I picked up at Media Reload, and this was a steal. It's a Super Nintendo game. That's right, Super Nintendo coming at you. For $22.95, and that's a deal for this game, because this is like a $40 game on eBay. $50 at Disc Replay, which I think that's a little fucking ridiculous, but bam! Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. $22.95, so 23 bucks. I've been looking for this game for a while now. Yes, I used to have it back in the day, but I sold it like a friggin' idiot. I regret that. But this condition, like, this is like a mint copy. Look at this. Yeah, it's a little dirty right here, but I can get that dirt out of there. Other than the dirt, like right there and like a little bit up here, this is a very good condition copy of Castlevania 4. This is one of the greatest Super Nintendo games to ever exist, okay? Honestly, I like Castlevania Bloodlines for the Genesis. That game is freaking great. But this one's even, I guess, graphically it looks a little bit better, Castlevania 4, and you could swing your whip in all directions, which Castlevania Bloodlines, it just went back and forth. So this is a sought after Super Nintendo game, and I'm very, very glad to have it back in my collection. And I actually had a game. It didn't work on my 360. I traded that in. It was like $6. So I actually only paid $18 for this. But I mean, the guy was being really cool because I seen it just laying there, and I'm like, "No way, is that Castlevania 4?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'll sell it to you right now for $20." And I'm like, "Man, I don't get paid till Friday. Can you hold it for me?" He's like, "Yeah, we can hold it. Hold it especially for you, Charles, because you're in here all the time and you're one of our best customers. You know, they know me in Media Reload." So I snatched this up. I've been looking for this game. This is one of those rare gaming items I've wanted for my Super Nintendo collection. So Castlevania 4 from Konami. Classic. And the next game I got at Media Reload, this was also a steal. For $15.95 for the Super Nintendo, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Yeah, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I know there's Ghosts and Goblins for the original Nintendo, but yeah, this game is hard as shit. I mean, it is hard, okay? You have to constantly keep restarting the game over and over and over. A lot of trial and error. But then once you get it down, you can... I actually made it halfway through this game, which I don't know how, because as a kid I remember playing this game way up north somewhere. I think it was Harshen's Island with my friend Thomas, and his mom was dating some guy, and he had this game at his house, and we're like, "What's this, Super Ghouls and Ghosts?" We never even heard of it, so we just started playing it, and we were like, "Damn, this game's hard as shit. I keep dying." But the game was fucking fun. It's one of those games that are hard as shit, but if you keep dying, it's your fault. The game does not cheat. It's just super, super difficult. It's made from Capcom, you know. But look at the condition of this. Like, this thing's like mint. Like, I used to have both of these games back in my old Super Nintendo collection, and they were not this nice looking. So, I'm glad to rehab this back in my collection for $16. And the owner of, I think he's the owner or the manager, Eric, at Media Reload, gave me it 10% off. So, it was either 10 or 20% off. So, I only paid $15 for this game. Like, this on eBay, the Castlevania, this goes for like $40 on eBay. $50 at Disc Replay, and I've seen this go for about $20 on eBay, so I saved about $5. So I'm so fortunate to have these. for that price. You know, Super Nintendo games are getting really pricey these days, so if you find them, you better keep them. All right. Now this I got also at Media Reload for $3.95 for the original Xbox, Tony Hawk's Underground 2. It is complete with manual, which is freaking awesome. The condition, not really a scratch on that bitch. I grew up with the old Tony Hawk games, Tony Hawk 1, Tony Hawk 2, and Tony Hawk 3. Those were the best ones in my opinion. Tony Hawk 4 was trash. Underground 1, never liked it. I know a lot of people like Underground 1, but I remember when that game came out, I thought it was shitty. The only thing good I thought about that game was you could actually walk around with your skateboard. That was it. I thought graphically it looked like shit. I didn't like the maps. But this one was cool because it had, featuring Bam Margera and like the Jackass crew were in this game. You can even be, what's his name? The midget guy from Jackass? Wee Man. You can be Wee Man in this freaking game. So it's kind of like Jackass the game meets Tony Hawk. And I'm a Jackass fan, so this one I actually really got into. And it has classic levels from Tony Hawk 2 and I think Tony Hawk 1 are in this game. So you can play classic mode and yeah, it's like 2 games in one. You get the story mode, which is like Jackass, and then you have classic mode. And I remember them being a lot of maps from Tony Hawk 2 in this game, and Tony Hawk 2 was my favorite. Looking for Tony Hawk 2X on Xbox, because that is backwards compatible on Xbox 360, and so is this. This game outputs in 720p. So this thing, honestly, I played this in 720p, and it looks almost like a PlayStation 3 game. Yeah, like an early PS3 game in high def. It looks that good. So it's almost like playing it remastered. So I figured for $4, why not get it for the Xbox and play it on my 360? Love the old Tony Hawk games. That one was probably the last good Tony Hawk I liked. Alright. Now this I got at Disc Replay. I've been looking for this for a while on Blu-ray and DVD because Disney prices are crazy. Disney movies only get made every so often. And I don't know, it's hard to find Disney movies for a cheap price. And I finally found it. I finally found it for a cheap-ass price. For $5, $4.99, Toy Story 1 and 2. And it comes in this white dual case. And I'm surprised I found it this cheap because most of the time, even on DVD, Toy Story goes for like $20 a piece. And it's actually complete with this little slip here, which is awesome. Disc condition, it's got the artwork on there, which is cool. Very clean. Yeah, I wanted it on Blu-ray, I did. But if I can find it for $5 on DVD, rather than paying $20 to $30 for a fucking Blu-ray set, I'll get it on DVD. I don't care, you know? I grew up with the Toy Story movies as a kid. Toy Story 1, to me, is still the best with Sid. Because Sid was just entertaining. I'm sorry, he was. And I just really liked Toy Story 1. I thought it had a good story to it. I love the music. You got a friend in me. You know, all that stuff. Toy Story 2 was awesome too, though. I love Toy Story 2. I've seen that. I actually seen Toy Story 2 in the theater like probably 15 times. Me and my friends would always go up to the mall. What movie you want to see? Let's see Toy Story 2 for the 10th, 100th million fucking time. We've seen that movie so much in the theater. I have a lot of memories with Toy Story 2. But Toy Story 1, I watched that back in like 95 when I was a little kid. And it's still a classic to this day. Toy Story 2 is great too. And Toy Story 3, I don't know. I never got into 3. 3 was kind of weird. And 4, I don't know. I seen 4 in the theater. I can hardly remember it. So what does that tell you? I didn't really like 3 or 4. But 1 and 2 are classics. If you can find this cheap, pick it up. Even if you find it at VHS, still get it because Disney movies are hard to come by. At least for Toy Story, Lion King, Aladdin, stuff like that goes for like $20 to $30 on DVD and Blu-ray. Even used. Used, it's hard to find these. So, awesome. Finally got it. And these I got at Salvation Army. Now, this game's going for like 12 to 15 bucks everywhere else. I've tried to find it cheap, could not find it cheap, and I randomly found it at Salvation Army for $2.99, $3. Grand Theft Auto 5 on Xbox 360. I had this, and then I upgraded to the Xbox One version, but I wanted the 360 version back in my collection, because who knows if I'm ever going to keep that Xbox One forever. And my 360, I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of my 360. I really don't, because just the fact that it's backwards compatible with original Xbox games, which I fucking love. You can play it in high def. I don't think I ever want to get rid of it. So, if I ever get rid of my Xbox One in the future, at least I'll have GTA 5, the 360 version, which I used to have the 360 version. I think this version's great. You would think they would have downgraded it compared to the Xbox One, but no, it looks exactly like, I don't know, I played it, and to me it looks exactly the same as the Xbox One version. This, the 360 one even had online at the time. You could play this online on 360. It was great. It wasn't watered down at all on the previous generations like PS3. No, it still ran great. It looked great. And it's still, in fact, GTA 5. Not watered down. So, comes with a map. It's complete and everything. So, like I said, this is like a $12 to $15 game. And I found it for what, $3 complete. Awesome. And the last item I found at Salvation Army for the Nintendo Wii, and I've been finding a lot of Wii accessories laying around randomly at Salvation Army. It is a sensor bar. Now, about a month ago, I think it was, it was like 2 months ago, I bought a black Nintendo Wii because I wanted an extra one, but it did not come with the cables. Randomly at Salvation Army, I found the AV power strip, and now I found a sensor bar. So all I'm missing is, I think, the power cable. So I got the AV cable, now I got the sensor bar, and I only paid $2.99, $3. So now all I need is the power adapter or whatever the fuck, power cable, for my extra modded Wii, or not modded, black Wii. Anyways, I picked that up, Salvation Army, got these at Media Reload, Super Nintendo, disc replay. You guys just watched the video, you know what I fucking bought, come on. But what a steal, you guys, what a steal. Hope you guys enjoyed this edition of Gamer and DVD Grabs. Make sure to follow Video Game XD on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, like us on Facebook, subscribe right here to YouTube, and follow Video Game XD on Instagram, because Video Game XD's on Instagram now, baby. Charles Reed. Peace.